You're a very nice man saying great things because for a long time at WWE, you're obviously the marquee. Hey, you've been doing this a long time. When you got into the WWE, did you just know, like, naturally you loved it, you enjoyed it, you were good at it, and this was going to be your career path?
No, I had no idea. I started wrestling when I was 5 years old. Grew up in Webster, South Dakota on a dairy farm, and wrestling was just a passion. We didn't watch TV, didn't have, it was just, we worked and tried to make a living, right?
So you didn't even know professional wrestling was a thing?
I did not watch professional wrestling until I got to college. And then it was on in the dorms, like in all the guys it was in the, like the congregational hall or whatever. And
lobby.
Monday Night Raw was on, and there was the Monday Night Raw and Monday Night Nitro and all that was
That's
going
a great
on.
era.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'd watch it for a little bit, and then, and then I got recruited to the University of Minnesota and was there wrestling. And then next thing I know, I'm getting phone calls from the WWE, and it's like, well, that might be kind of cool.
Well, yeah, I'd say. And by the way, the WWE heard about this. So let me get this straight. This guy's a college wrestler. He grew up with no television, out on a farm, and he's a better wrestler than everybody. And Vince McMahon was like, yeah, we would fucking love to have that type of, you were one of one. Whenever I say like alpha male of our species, that's a real thing, dude. Like, I told you this, I think in person, one of the times we were chatting, I don't know if you could hear me or not, but whenever you came out on SmackDown or you heard the clip, I literally said like, hey, if an extraterrestrial species came down, like in a pod, like they came down as a crew, they came down and they did their thing and they parked it and they said, we're going to send our best fighter out and you bring your best fighter or toughest and whoever wins gets Earth. Every fucker on Earth would say, all right, send Brock Lesnar.
Von Lesnar.
That's literally who it is. That's
there's a lot of bad men out there too. I've been in the UFC and I'm a humble person, Donald, this guy's a freak too. Where you guys just spent time talking about him, Aaron
Donald. Yeah.
That guy's a freak. I mean, there's 1%ers of 1%ers, and I'll humbly say I'm but I appreciate that. I've never even really looked at myself like that. I just kind of envisioned that like hard work and like it just pays off and all that, and that's how I just stuck to my guns with that.
So when you go to the UFC, you have to hear all the people saying, "Oh, this wrestling guy," right? Because they kind of your amateur wrestling background.
Yeah, but dude, I started like I was fighting as a kid. Like so, we didn't like my older brothers. No joke, and if you like, the local people from Webster, South Dakota will tell you the Lesnar family were fighters, and so I grew up 6 years younger than my two older brothers who were getting out of jail on Monday mornings to go to school because of street fights and So I grew up with that stigma. We went to street dances. I went there to fight. Like that's what we did. That's what I did anyway. And then it was girls after that. Maybe I'll have a couple drinks.
Yeah.
But
those are different orders.
Yeah, it was different orders for me. I was going to fight and then,
Yeah, do your thing. Yeah, other people are doing it much differently and hoping not to fight. That was kind of your thing all along.
And then my mom said, you know what, like you should like go, you got to make some money with this stuff if you're gonna, because it just it put my mom and dad through hell.
Yeah, I could imagine.
So we were fighting all the time. My brothers would fight. It was just World War III in our house. I fought my older brothers. Put them through the kitchen tables when I finally grew up, and then had enough of their shit. Like,
What year? How old were you?
I'm probably 18.
Oh, when it all happened.
Yeah, when I put my brother through the china cabinet, and then my mom, dad just probably cracked a beer like, this needed to happen.